And welcome to the Team Alpha podcast. I am Jacob.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Roberto.
I'm Skylar.
All right.
And I'm James.
Yeah, James decided he didn't need to show up to this. So.
No, that's not true. Okay, James, I told him he didn't have to, he didn't need to, because I thought it was just going to be me.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well.
We'll edit that
And then,
out.
so what do we say after
let's
that?
edit that out.
All right. So let's go over the first week. This is kind of late, but what did we do?
So we ensembled our teams, Team Alpha. We got us together, and we had to decide on what our invention was going to be for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, should I continue from there? All right. So, yeah, in our invention, we struggled to come up with an idea until Jessica came up with a pretty cool idea. I'll let her explain it.
The boat fungus.
Right. So it all started with the idea that we could modify a fungus to work for us as humans. I think originally we started with the idea that it could be a paint or a spray that could be specifically placed on watercraft to deal with invasive species and bacteria. We've extrapolated on that idea since then and come up with some other technologies that will lead
We're
us
trying to
in.
come up with the, world-changing innovation.
Yeah.
Something that would, change everything, right?
Better
Something
direction.
that'll be 100 years in the future.
Future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what did we talk about in class? There was the whole ethics versus
Neil
morality.
Postman's 6 questions, and then we talked about the ethics, a
Ethics
sort of
test?
good, sort of bad primer on ethics, and then we read Bill Brown's Thing Theory.
Thing theory was cool.
Oh God.
I thought it was an interesting concept, the difference between an object and a thing. I think that's an important thing
Totally.
for people to understand. When I was 18, 19, before this class, I didn't quite understand. I wouldn't say before this class, but it's only been recently, I'm 23 now, where I've understood the difference between objects and things. You see
Oh,
what I'm saying?
absolutely. I mean, it blew my mind because it's made me look at sci-fi movies and books and everything with that genre entirely differently.
Yeah.
Because that is a running theme for sure.
Well, it's just because when you have what an object means is, how would you define an object? Or thing?
It's tangible. It's definable. It's familiar.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know he's gonna the whole reason we're making this is so that he'll listen to it. But dear God, Thing Theory, I absolutely hate it.
You hate it.
And I'm sorry for saying this, but it did not make any sense to me. It
It's a
still is
bit of a
kind of
mind
iffy for
bender.
me.
It's just got a lot of gray areas in it. You know what I mean? It's not really a hard definition.
Yeah.
Which they talk about too, that gray area of thing is uncomfortable for people, and that was something we discussed in class. Is that it incites a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
I just use my engineering mindset to look at everything. I know it's a useful tool to have in one's repertoire, but
yeah.
I just want to see the world the way that makes sense to me. And
Sure.
I know that's not a great, well-rounded way of putting it, but
Well, it's just
Yeah.
mostly going to the concept of ethics when you're trying to make up these big inventions and what
Yeah.
you should be considering, right?
How
Yeah.
we're doing the ethics test as far as developing our ideas.
I would say it's a pretty good summary of the first week.
Oh,
Okay.
and some things that we'll do to work on our communication to make sure that they're not done late is just make sure that we're checking our emails and making sure everybody's on the same page and that nobody's left behind.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Here.
I think one thing that we could do is maybe have a schedule that we kind of stick to for these.
Yeah.
I'm good for doing these on every Thursday after class.
Me too. That's
Mhm.
perfect for me.
Does that work for everyone else?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thursdays
great.
are best.
So now we got a good timeline.
Team Alpha.
Yeah. We still need to talk about the makerspace though.
Ow,
Oh, okay.
ow. Oh, wait.
Yeah. So currently we're
We're a
sitting.
wolf pack.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to wrap things up, but you know,
Almost.
we have to talk about the
Close.
makerspace.
It's not
so,
time for the hell yet.
I mean, we walked all the way over here to the library so we could
check out the
check out the makerspace, and we're actually doing this podcast right outside of the makerspace. Nice little area here. But what did you guys really like about the makerspace?
There's a lot of tools that you could be creative with if you knew what you were
3D
doing with
printers.
them.
Radical.
I
Totally
It's
dope.
going to be helpful with our prototype.
Yeah.
That's one thing we talked about too, moving into the second week.
I didn't actually realize that they had a
Scanner?
object scanner. Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
You could actually probably, instead of printing off our device straight out of a 3D machine, we could actually like get something and then
Uh-huh.
scan it.
Yeah.
And then maybe
If that was
modify
more
it.
easy. Yeah.
mean,
maybe
And
modify
you
then
could-
turn it into the 3D printer? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what a lot of people
Yes.
will do
Yeah.
is they'll make something out of clay. They'll make something out of clay and scan that, and then
That's what
they
I'm
can
saying.
3D print it. But I mean, I have
I love
3D
science.
modeling software that I can just upload something and stick it in there without
Really?
too much trouble.
Yeah, so that could be a way we could make our prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Into that.
You should probably cut this up.
We're currently sitting at 6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could just throw this at him.
You
and
could
say,
make probably both
It's all
pod-
good stuff.
You
This
could
is
probably
all
make
good
2
stuff, but-
podcasts out of that.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
think, well, and we've kind of moved into week 2 as
Yeah, that's what I'm
well,
saying.
which, you know, I think that we've like really brought it together as far as our annotated bibliography.
Well,
Skylar's
hang
got a
on.
good-
Let's wrap.
Oh, gotcha.
Put a nice little bow on this, and then we can move on to week 2. But yeah, so thank you for joining us on this, our first podcast, even though it's a bit late. And thank you.
Team Alpha.
Do not press that button. All right, that's what we'll close on.